I'm Mr. Hargrave, and this is Mr. Barkgrave, and this is Everything Wrong with Marvel Strike Force, and we got updates for you. Now, one thing I want to tell you before we get started is, of course, of course, subscribe, and if something's bothering you about Marvel Strike Force, leave it down in the comments down below, or just tell me how great it is that we're going to get some of this stuff addressed, because we're actually doing it. And here's how it goes down. Here is the best way to take part in fixing Marvel Strike Force and actually causing things to change. You're going to want to go to the community section of this YouTube page, right? I think you have to subscribe first, but look, I won't flood you with videos. We try to make quality content here. I think it's worth your subscription. And then what you can do is you go over to the community section, right? And there are going to be polls every other week. Every other week we put up a new one. We just put up a new one today. We're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to encourage you to vote on all these polls. No, don't go down in here. I mean, you can leave a comment if you want, but just know I'm ignoring most of this stuff. Most of the people in these comments are like, this isn't really a good idea because of this, or, oh, you should be asking for this instead of that. Look, there's a whole process getting an issue over here, and just please know that it's not one or the other. Like, I think that's the biggest misconception is people are like, well, why would you do this instead of that? I'm like, no, we're going to do all these things, or the developers are going to pick which one they want to do. All I need you to do, Marvel Strike Force community, and I need you to do this. If you want things to be changed, I don't need you to do it. I don't care. But if you want the game fixed, if you actually want these things to happen, these things that they don't want to do, they're busy and they don't want to deal with this crap. But if you want this to happen, if you want these kind of changes at all, any kind of change, you got to come and you got to vote. The more votes we have on this, the more power I have to push this through, and the more power Community Manager Archangel has to push this through. So it doesn't matter which one you pick. Don't worry about it, okay? Just pick one. Pick the one with the most votes. Pick the one with the fewest votes. Pick the one you think is going to be possible or whatever you want, but just vote, okay? Just vote. The more reactions we have on here, the better. I'm really happy to see almost 2,000 votes on this. It's not enough, guys. I know there's like 10,000 of you out there. We really got to get you all voting. And when we have that kind of power happening on this channel, we're going to be able to do some really cool stuff. So just bear with me. Let's get this up here. And we're going to see results soon. We've already put the Gambit Orb. The Cajun Orb was back into the game. Hopefully you were able to claim that and get your Gambit shards. The next thing that's going to happen is we're going to get the event energy raised past 100. Okay, 1,500 people have voted on this. We need some more on here, but this is in the works. Okay, this is like moving. Okay, it's subject to change, all that good stuff. But look, this is in the works. Okay, I'm giving you an update on this. We are going to see the event campaign energy raised past 100. This is a great change and something we haven't seen the likes of this since 2020 and the quarantine hit, and they upped the amount of time you had to collect your free energy. Remember that? It was only like 1 hour or 2 hours. I can't remember which, but they moved it to 3 hours and they never rolled it back. Now we're going to, it looks like, move the event energy raised past 100, subject to change, whatever. But look, this is great. And we would love to see one of these farm abilities changes happening, okay? Either, get some more characters removed from the premium orb. And like, I wouldn't get hung up on semantics about this, everybody. Just vote. That's all I got to say. I want to say it a lot because I feel like people aren't voting on these. Go vote on these. It's going to help in the long, and the more stuff we get done, the easier it's going to be to get stuff done. This is a big one. We know we want blitzing changed. I don't know if we can get the cooldown to an hour, or if we can reduce the number of rotations. It doesn't actually matter. What we need is we can all agree that 8 rotations a day with 2-hour cooldowns sucks. So let's get that changed. We just need to put this in front of them, that there are like 2,000 people, 4,000 people, 6,000 people that want to see the blitzing thing changed. That's going to motivate them to do something about it, okay? And this week it's going to be this. We got another farm ability change These and we're going to backtrack. I'm going to show you where all this stuff came from so you can get involved in the process if you want to do that. But I need you to vote. This has been up for 8 hours. It has 785 votes. I want to see like 3,000 votes on this, okay? The two most popular farmability changes from last week were have 7 yellow star characters removed from stores, which they can do. They have that technology. They can implement that code, or have the milestone orb updated every 3 months. Have it actually be seasonal. I think I meant to say 4 months on that. Every 3 months is good. That means it'll happen 4 times a year, like the seasons. Have it actually be seasonal. People, a good point was made down in the comments. I did appreciate this comment down here. Here, let me actually even show it. Look, when you make a good comment, I'm happy to show it here. Melissa, longtime fan of the content. I see them posting all the time. Thank you so much, Melissa. Either one would be a decent solution. I voted for the orb update, but honestly think we should push for the 7-star removed from stores. Would seem to me like that would only have to be coded once, and more likely than Boundless actually doing something every 3 months. So yeah, that's a really good point, and I agree with that. I think it would probably be a better change to push for, to just have 7 yellow characters be removed from stores than to try to get them to commit to, updating the milestone orb every 3 months. I think that we're on the verge of having the milestone orb updated anyways, but we just want to see it happen more often, because what's going to happen, they're going to update the milestone orb. There's probably going to be like 1 or 2 characters that most of us kind of need in there. We're going to get them, and then it's going to sit like that for another year or 2 or 3. And it's just way too long. We would need more commitment. And 3 months is a lot. Maybe we can commit them to change it annually. That would be a good kind of compromise. I mean, we're open to compromise, but look, it all starts with voting. It all starts with getting the reactions on here, so that in the more farmability issues that we can push out and say, hey, there's 5,000 people, 6,000 people that want farmability changes of any kind. That's good. That lets them know that, hey, these are the issues that we're most, engaged with. So get out there and vote. All right. Anyways, that's my plea to you to get out here and vote on these. It's in the community section of my channel. Pop on in there. Make sure you vote on all of these. It's all still active. It's all still pending. The quality of life change for event energy, that's in the pipeline. That's moving forward. That's my update on that. I wanted to give you that update because it's very cool. All right, moving on to the server. So this is the next. The next step is, if you have things that are bothering you, you want to get your issues up on the poll, then what you got to do is you got to join my Discord server. Links down below, and there's a channel on the server called Everything Wrong with Marvel Strike Force. And you can go into this channel, and we're going to look at this in next week's video. So come back next week for Everything Wrong with Marvel Strike Force, and we're going to add some new issues. And what I'll do is every week I go through here and kind of, I'll cherry pick out which ones I think are most possible to kind of get fixed and that makes sense. Using my own discretion. I'm sorry, I am involved in the process. It's my channel. I'm going to bring it over here then into the Fix Marvel Strike Force Today channel, and then everybody votes on it here. And the more votes it gets on it here, this is what ends up on the YouTube channel. So you can see here, this got 500 reactions to it, and that's why this ends up on the YouTube channel. So that's kind of how the process works. Now, in addition to the YouTube channel polls, which are great. Those are like the really hot button issues. Some of these things are going to get reacted to, are going to get updates from Community Manager Archangel just directly, just to let us know, hey, this can't be done. This is already being worked on. We're going to get those kind of updates as well. And those updates I want to bring to you today. So we do have some updates from Community Manager Archangel on some of the previous issues that we have brought up. We've requested that updated challenge tiers for the daily challenges. Now, we've seen a lot of those be updated anyways. Okay, since we put this request in, we've seen it. It's in the works. Many have been updated already. If we have other challenge tiers that have not been updated, there's a few of them. There's the Red Star one. There's a few of them. We need to be specific about which ones, which is easy to do. I'll go ahead and put that together next week. We're going to come out and we're going to be specific about the different challenge tiers that have yet to be updated. And as far as I know, it's already in the works. These things should be in the pipeline where we're going to see new red star challenges. And it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be game breaking to see these new challenges come in. So it's nothing to get really excited about, but it's going to happen. Okay. We've requested there be a regular cadence for Tower and Pocket Dimension. I'm a big fan of this one myself, as you might know. It's more involved than you would imagine. Each time they need to be designed as events and they have to be approved as such. So it does seem like from where we're sitting, it's super, super easy to just run Tower. Just run Tower, right? Just run a Pocket Dimension. Well, there's a Pocket Dimension going now, but to get that Pocket Dimension running, they had to have meetings. They had to get approvals. They had to get all the different departments to talk. They had to clear it with it's an event. So all the gear that gets given out, all the rewards, they have to be approved by all the departments who are involved in those sorts of things. Anything that gives out rewards, it's like a chain of events. It's a stack of dominoes. So Tower and Pocket Dimension, there's a misconception out there that, all right, look, like, yeah, my chat right now is just like, I just want the rewards. Well, that's the problem. That's literally the problem with Tower and Pocket Dimension, is that there's rewards attached to it. I actually just want Tower to come back. No rewards. I don't care. I just want the gameplay. I want the gameplay. I don't need the rewards. So maybe something we can ask for is just put Tower in the game. Just let me play the old ones, right? The old ones that don't matter anymore. Maybe just let me play them. Maybe we can do like a frame or something like we do for Dark Dimension. Give some kind of minor reward, something cosmetic in nature. I don't know. Maybe there's a costume if you can beat floor 100. Maybe you can load it up and you're going to have 7 days or whatever it is. And if you can beat all the floors in 7 days, like it would, you can get the costume. If not, you can try again the next 7 days. I actually think that would be lovely. I think that would be an amazing addition to the game, as well as the way Tower was before, where it comes back and leaderboards and all that crap. But I think for legacy towers, it'd be really cool. I think that's what I might ask for here is a legacy tower. We know they have it. If we can just bring it out, and yeah, you beat the tower, you get an old costume. You get that Wolverine costume or something, whatever it was. We got a whole bunch of old costumes in the game that are kind of dead. It would be really cool to kind of see them come back. No, chat, Tower is not officially coming back, but I'm hoping that if we understand why Tower's not coming back, then we can ask for Tower to come back in a way that will make it. I want Tower to come back and stay. I want new towers, but I want that old one back. I wasn't done with it. I never beat floor 100. So much of the player base never beat that tower. Let's bring it back. Let them beat it. Give them a small cosmetic reward for beating it. I think that would be cool. It would be some kind of gameplay that's in the game. It would be interesting. All right, moving on. I spent a lot of time. I really feel passionately about. I miss Tower. I just want it back. All right. Request that if you raid Sim on a Greek raid, it'll default to having Sim selected on the Doom raid. Yeah. Do we just have a problem with the Sim raids? This is coming very soon, subject to change. Okay. This is coming very soon. It is subject to change. It's one of the first things that Archangel actually requested. As soon as that feature went live, he was like, no, this isn't going to work. If you select auto on the Doom raid and you go over to the Greek raid, the auto isn't selected. It's coming, subject to change. All right. Request to commit to making nodes 5 and 10 characters for Scourges farmable before the Scourge events that require them. This involves multiple teams and is very complicated. Okay. This is not an easy thing. This is another thing that there's a misconception about, that farmability, just put the characters on nodes, you say. When they design events, they design them knowing that people don't have 7-star Icarus and Circe, right? They design them knowing that people don't have that on the norm. Now, if everybody has 7-star Icarus and Circe, they have to start designing the events to take that into account. Events get harder if they have to keep in mind, oh, everybody has a 7-star Icarus and Circe. Then all the events. So it's harder than you would think to get characters farmable, especially good characters, because that changes the design of events. Some of them that have been in the works for months. Makes sense to me. Causes problems with the community. So I think, there's a lot of issues with farmability. I definitely understand that. I want to see this happen too, but this is why it is the way it is. Like, if you want to understand why characters aren't farmable in this game, it's because it's multiple departments. It's not just one guy that sits on character farmability mountain and dishes them out. No, it's gotta get approved by everybody. It's a full team kind of effort. And I mean, I think there should be a full team commitment to making, characters farmable after a certain point of time. They shouldn't design events around not having characters be farmable and then hold off on making them farmable until those events go live. That's really backwards. That's what we need to change. And that's kind of where the discussion needs to go with this. Not just, I want this character. Like, okay, good. But we need to have standards, basically, is what we need. All right. Request to remove the trait requirements from Dark Dimension 3, 4, and 5. The new player team is working on a lot of things for new players. Feedback has been given to them directly about the Dark Dimension trait requirements. Hopefully this is something we'll see. This has been a problem because of Apocalypse, because of the sagas. And sagas are probably here to stay. We're probably going to keep seeing it. And it limits who you can take into Dark Dimension. I'm trying to go through Global right now on Dark Dimension 5 with Unlimited X-Men, and it is hell. It is not good. I'm just using Unlimited X-Men, and it's taken an extreme amount of tax, like a lot, because you can't use Rogue. She's legendary. So you can just use Unlimited X-Men. I put Beast in there, and it sucks. It sucks. The good news is there will be multiple global teams that are Horseman teams. So you can throw in Unlimited X-Men. You can throw in some of Darkhold. And then you can throw in most of Gamma, no Red Hulk. Once again, same problem as Unlimited X-Men with one of the characters being legendary. Same problem with Darkhold too. That's the problem. You can bring in these Horseman teams, but they don't really work right because you can't take in the legendaries. We need this changed. We need the trait requirements changed so that new players can actually go get Doom. Because right now I got to tell new players, skip Dormammu. Like, you can go get Doom, but getting Dormammu is going to be really, really hard. Okay, we also requested to have all inbox items auto-claimed at expiration. This apparently is a very complex thing. Some things that you think are simple aren't simple at all, and some things that you think are complex are complex. This is one of those simple things that's actually very complex. It just won't be happening anytime soon. Just for whatever reason, the way it's coded, it's just not possible. So stay on top of your inbox. Don't let things expire. On the upside, we don't see Victory Blueprint anymore, so there's no more reason to hoard your war credits. I guess that's good. Okay, here's another thing, my final update, and this is a cool update. Gambit's missing from the premium orbs. Good news, he's not going to be stuck in like some kind of Agatha situation where she doesn't hit premium orbs for like an extreme amount of time. It was just, I don't know what it was. What I assume is that people were buying Gambit offers, and whoever decided, that they wanted to keep selling Gambit offers, who is a well-paid individual who does his job well, decided to not have Gambit go into the premium orbs or suggested that they hold him for a bit. He is coming soon, subject to change. Should happen soon though. Shouldn't be a black hole where we don't see Gambit. So if you're holding your premium orbs waiting for Gambit, you can probably wait a little bit longer like I am. I'm really waiting for Gambit to hit those orbs. Okay, that is it for the updates today. Let's go ahead and look at any of these that need to be removed. So we're going to go ahead and remove update challenge tiers for the daily challenges because we know we need to be specific about that. So that's going to come down out of here. Regular cadence for tower and pocket dimension. You know what? I really want to change this around to asking for tower to be more of a constant thing, like a pocket, like a dark dimension where you can go in and play dark dimension if you want to. The thing is, nobody wants to play dark dimension because it sucks. I think tower would get engagement, especially put a cosmetic up at the top, right, Mr. Barkgrave? Put a cosmetic up at the top. Put like a poodle up there. I don't know. Put something up at the top and let us go, because there's a lot of other mobile games out there. This is a common practice to have like a static tower mode. I want to switch over to that instead of what we're asking for, because I don't think what we're asking for is really going to happen. They know we like Tower. They know we want Pocket. They know we want the rewards from Pocket Dimension. But yeah, asking for Tower to come back the way it has been is always going to be a delay. We're always going to get pushed off. Asking for it to be a static feature, I think maybe that's a better thing to ask for. It's more of what we want. All right, request the campaign energy caps in more than 6 hours by releasing event energy. Yeah, we're on this. Like I said, coming soon. Here, I want to put a clock on that. That's like, I have a few little internal icons that I use. This little clock here is going to mean, I think. Okay, all right, coming in the pipeline. All right. Request that if you raid sim on a Greek raid, it'll not be. All right, once again, yeah, this gets the clock too. We know that's a matter of time. Let's call it that. It's a matter of time before the campaign, the event energy, campaign energy goes up. It's a matter of time before they fix the sim raid issue. That's a good way to say it. Add a high streak, high roller milestones, more like we have to save the world. Look, this just isn't happening. The gold economy has so many aspects to it. They like to put gold on events, and so I don't think and training materials too. What we really want is more training materials, but they have a way that they want to release that. Look, honestly, I think that training materials are so bottlenecked right now because people are buying those $100 training offers, training module offers. Stop buying those. The minute you stop buying training module offers, the minute they become more available. Like, you got to stop. You got to vote with your dollar. Like, I can't help you with that. I can't make these suggestions because the community sabotages it. All right. I'm going to remove it. Removing it. Nothing we can do about it. Request to commit to releasing a new story campaign this year. Look, we can't do it. I don't know. It's just shut down. I don't know when we're going to get new story campaigns. Asking for it. We can ask until we're blue in the face. Doesn't mean we're going to get it. They're clearly focused on things more like sagas, which probably make a lot more money. Campaigns don't make money. That's why we don't see them. It's that easy. Here's proof that we did get something done. This is the only thing we've gotten done so far is we did get the Cajun orbs back. I'm hoping to add to that list. All right, making node 5 and 10 characters farmable before Scourge events that require them. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. It is something that I want to come back to if it's still in it. I mean, farmability issues are huge in this game, so I don't really feel like taking them down until that happens. Same thing with the trait requirements from Dark Dimension 3, 4, and 5. Look, until it happens, it's going to be there. The more reactions we get on it too, the more likely this can show up on YouTube, and then we can put a bunch of reactions on it. But the more reactions, the better. That's what I'm telling you. We cannot have inbox items auto-claimed expiration, which sucks because we had so many reactions on this. Almost 600, which is some of our highest Discord reactions. But look, I've been told just flat out, it's just not going to happen. I'm going to leave this add costumes as avatars, even though we've been told that we can't get it. I still think that this is dumb and we should get it. I'm going to be stubborn about that one for a little bit. They should be doing something about the visibility of buffs and debuffs. A lot of people have asked for that. A lot of people with influence like myself have asked for that. So I'm hoping that we're going to see that. I like this request to add turn order during battle, but I need more reactions on it here. Okay, people? Requesting Wolverine and other obtainable characters from the premium orb. We've pushed on that. That's on the YouTube poll. Requesting to update requirements on the Doom camp. Look, man. This doesn't have enough reactions, and it's an old issue. Now, I get this, but apparently people don't care. The Doom campaigns are a disaster for new players. It sucks that us veteran players, most of us, don't seem to care about new players. But you got to understand, if we don't care about new players, then there's going to be no new players. And all the veteran players are quitting. So if you don't take care of the beginner experience to this game, there's going to be no game. Everybody, especially when veteran players aren't spending. You got to get new players into the game. And we as veteran players got to use our influence to help them. But this is a case where there's just not enough votes. It's been up here long enough. I can't do anything about it. If you guys don't care about it, I don't have time for it, okay? Lock a character so no gear. I like this suggestion of locking a character so nothing can be accidentally added to them. But once again, it's a lack of interest. Nobody cares about that. So gotta remove it. Sorry. This is what I want to tell you. Request to be able to reset, start over nodes in Dark Dimension. You can request this of customer service. Customer service can do this for you. If you get stuck in Dark Dimension and you can't progress, you can ask customer care and they can reset the node for you. That's basically how that's handled. So no, the developers aren't going to do it, but it is something that customer service can help you with, just so you know, just an FYI. This one I love, to have separate leaderboards and blitz for people who already have 7 stars on a character. It's on the YouTube. Let's get some reactions on it. This one keeps on coming up as well. People want to upgrade items from green to blue, blue to purple at some insane rate, probably. Like, just assume it's going to be like 10,000, green catalysts to make 1 blue catalyst. Like, it'll be something crazy. But yeah, it's in a lot of other different games, so I think that's a good idea. Okay, here are the issues. I'm not going to remove any of these just yet, but I do want to let you know how they're going. In case you care about one of these, you should really jump on and vote on this, because I'm going to be removing these next week if they don't have enough votes on here. I think the threshold we're looking to hit right now is 400 reactions. Anything less than 400 reactions is in danger of being removed. So, yeah, character selection always starting empty. Maybe we need to change this to just Cosmic Crucible. It's a problem. I did it the other day on a raid, on a gamma raid. It didn't matter. But yeah, I went into a gamma node and I had some random team with like mercenaries and mutants on there, and it sucked, and I hit auto. I mean, it won, but it sucked. It wasn't right. Anyways, not enough people care about that. If you care about that, go vote on it. I'd like to request that our rosters be connected to MSFGG. I don't know. I might have to use different channels to kind of request things of MSFGG and see what's going on there. If we have a lot of people that want to add stuff to MSFGG like I do, might have to build that relationship with the guys that run it. We'll see. We really want direct Red Star promotions. At least I do. I want to see more reactions on that. That's probably going to be a YouTube poll. I feel like that one's going to hit there. We actually just added that when we get 7 yellow stars on a characters, it be removed from stores because it had over 500 reactions on it. It's one of the biggest ones from last week. Let's get that done. Reduce the cost of all orange gear in stores. Yeah, I think that would be great, especially now that there's so much teal gear and it's so damn expensive. Request the web store be optimized on mobile devices. I think this is huge. Once again, I don't know the department that's going to deal with that. Requested the milestone orb actually be seasonal. We got that one on YouTube. And then request to add a notice when the game first up that warns user paid content. I am so disappointed that this doesn't have more reactions. I'm so disappointed that the players of this game don't care more for people that could be abused by this game and are being abused by this game, that there's not more reactions on this. I hate to end this on a down note, but that's what it's going to be, because I think you need to go vote on this one right away. I'm going to have to remove this next week, and then you know what? I might not bring it up again, and that's just going to be what it is, and it's going to be sad. It's actually tragic, because this game, it's a predatory mobile game, and it preys upon people who are neurodivergent. It preys upon children and their families who don't know any better, and it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame, and there should be something small done about it. I mean, this is really do you guys just not want the loading time? Like, it takes like a second. It'll be on the screen for like 10 seconds. Not 10 seconds, a tenth of a second. Anyways, there it is. I'm out of breath. Gravediggers, thanks for being here with me live. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and keep digging. But myself keeps slipping.